Welcome to another episode of Plant Fanatics. Today we're going to be talking about the ultimate guide to citrus tree winter care, so stay tuned. Here at Plant Fanatics, our mission is simple: educate, propagate, and cultivate. And if you believe in this mission, the best way you can support us is to go to theamericanfigcompany.com and buy an awesome fruit tree from us. Also, subscribe, like the video, and share it with any of your friends who are interested in the content. Without further ado, let's get into this. Now I want to clarify that this video is specifically talking to people growing citrus trees in containers in northern planting zones. Why? Because it's harder to take care of them in an area where they don't thrive outdoors, so we need to be a little more cautious about how we're caring for them. First thing you need to consider is sunlight. Citrus trees love full sun, so the more sunlight you can give them, the better producers they're going to be. Now, citrus are also notorious wintertime fruiters, so that means that during the wintertime, they actually need the most sunlight in order to give you a good crop of fruit. What does that mean? It means you need to either have a greenhouse like this backyard DIY greenhouse or have a really sunny window. So if you can meet those conditions, you can be super successful growing citrus trees in containers during the wintertime. Next up to the plate is temperature. Citrus trees do not like it far below freezing, and if it gets too far below freezing, they're gonna die. So we need to have them in an indoor environment, whether that be this greenhouse or whether that be inside the house. This greenhouse, I like it down to about 45 degrees or so, maybe a little bit below that. And then the daytime temps go anywhere from 65 to 75, and they thrive in that environment. But you need to be very cautious about temperatures. If you have them out on a porch or something like that and you know it's going to get far below freezing, get them out of that environment at least for the time being. So temperature is very important. Next, we need to talk about watering your citrus tree. Now, citrus trees are notorious for having root rot problems. That means it's just too wet in the environment and the roots literally start rotting away. And that's going to kill your citrus tree almost faster than anything. So be very cautious about watering the plant. You can stick your finger in the pot, and if it's starting to dry out about 2 inches down, it's time to water your plant thoroughly. You want to water it until it's draining out of the holes in the container. Make sure you guys have holes in the bottom of your container. If you don't, you are going to drown and kill your citrus tree for sure. So they like it a little bit on the dry side, and citrus trees can take it drier than most people think. Even if you walk in one day and you forgot to water it for a while, and the leaves are completely drooping, once you give it a drink of water, you'll be surprised how fast it'll bounce back. So very drought tolerant, very forgiving, but they are not forgiving when it comes to water. So be cautious when watering your plant, especially in the winter when the roots tend to dry out a little slower than in summertime. In the summertime, you may have to come out and water the trees twice a day, but in the wintertime, it's not like that at all. It could be many days in between watering, so just know that. Now, given that all the other things we talked about are on point, it is okay to fertilize your citrus trees during the wintertime. In fact, most citrus trees actually produce their fruit in the winter months, which is foreign to those of us that live in a colder planting zone when almost nothing else is happening. If you give these things the environment they need, you're going to be getting fruit during the winter months. You'll notice at the stores, January, February, you're getting tons of fruit, even December. So remember that and know that these trees need to eat in order to produce fruit. They're just like us. They need food. They need nutrition. So have a fertilization schedule. Don't over-fertilize. Don't under-fertilize. It's a very delicate balance. Almost every fertilizer you buy at the store has strict instructions for how to deal with fruit trees. So read the instructions, follow the instructions, and meet all the other requirements, and it's okay to fertilize your tree even during the winter. Now, last but not least, this is very important, guys. I want you to listen. Pests. Citrus trees are very susceptible to pests in the indoor environment. Mites, aphids, scale, and they're all very easy to get rid of. A little dish soap in a spray bottle with some neem oil, and you're going to be covered. If you see the scale on there, you can literally just take it off. Sometimes I even use little like disinfecting Lysol wipes, and I'll go in and wipe the areas that I see a problem, but catch it early and deal with it quickly and you won't have any problems, but they are susceptible to them. And there's tons of videos all over the internet. I'm gonna make more videos even on how to properly spray for pests on your citrus trees. But They are susceptible to it. If you see, spider mites or something, little webs in your plant, it's not the end of the world. Don't throw your plants away like I did whenever I was first starting out and I didn't know anything. There's a way to handle it, not the end of the world. If you guys want to know anything else, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck growing your citrus trees.